If the idea of people sitting on your couch, touching your stuff, and overstaying their welcome makes your chest tighten, relax. You're not rude. You're not antisocial, and you're definitely not broken. Your brain just sees your home differently than most people do. And psychology says there's a reason why inviting guests over feels less like fun and more like a full-time job you never applied for. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand why protecting your space is actually a sign of intelligence and emotional maturity, not a flaw. Psychology doesn't see this as avoidance. It sees it as how certain minds regulate safety, focus, and emotional balance. Let's break down what's really going on. Number 1. Your home is your nervous system's safe zone. Here's the wild part. For some people, home is just a location. For you, home is regulation. Psychologists call this environmental sensitivity. Your brain links physical space directly to emotional stability. The lighting, the sounds, the temperature, the silence. When guests come over, your nervous system doesn't relax. It stays on duty. You're tracking, are they comfortable? Are they bored? Are they judging the mess? Are they staying too long? Your brain turns your own house into a performance stage. That's not introversion. That's high self-monitoring in personal territory. You're not territorial because you're controlling. You're protective because your brain knows, if my space is off, I'm off. Number 2, you associate hosting with emotional labor. Most people think guests just come over, but your brain knows better. Hosting isn't passive, it's work. You're managing conversation flow, emotional comfort, social pacing, exit timing. Psychologists call this emotional labor, the invisible effort of managing other people's feelings. And here's the difference. Some people get energized by that. Your brain gets drained by it. Not because you dislike people, but because you take responsibility for their experience. You don't just host bodies, you host emotions. And that costs energy most people don't even notice spending. Subscribe if you want psychology that explains you, not tries to fix you.
Number 3, you value control over your inner world. This one is important. People who hate having guests over often score high in internal locus of control. That means you regulate yourself from the inside, not through external stimulation. Your routines matter, your timing matters, your mental flow matters. Guests disrupt that. They change when you eat, how you move, what you can focus on, when you can rest. So while others see company, your brain sees loss of autonomy. Not forever, but enough to feel uncomfortable. That doesn't make you rigid. It makes you self-directed. Number 4, you don't confuse access with closeness. Here's something most people never realize. You don't need someone in your space to feel connected to them. Psychology calls this secure attachment. You're comfortable with distance, boundaries, selective access. You don't believe closeness requires constant proximity. So when someone insists, why don't we hang at your place? What they're really asking for is access, and you're selective about that. Not because you're cold, but because you understand that not everyone deserves entry into your inner environment. Your home reflects your mind. You don't hand that to everyone.
Number 5, solitude is where you recharge and create. This is the part people misunderstand the most. You're not avoiding life, you're recovering your clarity. Psychologists link this to deep cognitive restoration. When you're alone in your space, your thoughts slow down, your nervous system resets, your creativity returns. Your brain uses solitude the way athletes use rest days. Guests interrupt that cycle. So saying no to hosting isn't rejection, it's maintenance. You're not antisocial, you're energy literate. Liking your space quiet doesn't mean you're difficult. It means you know what you need to function well. You're not unfriendly, you're intentional. You don't hate people, you hate overextension. And the truth is, people who respect their space tend to burn out less, think more clearly, choose relationships more wisely, and show up better when they do engage. So the next time someone jokes that you never host or acts like something is wrong with you, remember this. Your home is not a public venue. It's not a waiting room. It's not a social obligation. It's where your nervous system rests, where your mind recalibrates, where your energy comes back online. Protecting it isn't selfish. It's self-respect. If this felt uncomfortably accurate, you're exactly the kind of mind this channel exists for.